Happy New Year. Good morning, UMA Community Clinic family. My name is DeJur, and I am here in Los Angeles. We've had a lot of rain in the last week. I'm really surprised that it's rained so much because we're usually dry. We have another nice rainy morning. Hope you all had a good transition from Christmas to New Year to the New Year. I know sometimes those times of the year are very challenging with sometimes having to deal with family or missing family that's not around. So hopefully you made it through with grace and ease as best as you could. I am on the land of the Tongva and Gabrielino First Nations. These people were the indigenous people to my part of Los Angeles, and their land was stolen from them by colonizers and enslavers and renamed Los Angeles. Wanted to give just a moment of gratitude for their stewardship of this part of the world that I call my birthplace, and wish them well, ancestors past and present, in their continuing journey and fight to get their land back. If you're new to yoga, we're going to be doing chair yoga. So back there is my chair. So you may grab a chair. Sorry, I didn't say that earlier, Mel. You may grab a chair, preferably with no arms, but if it has arms, we'll work around that. We'll do the best we can with what we have. No special equipment or clothing ever needed for my classes. So thinking about if you have any injuries, just being mindful of any directives or directions I offer you, that you take care of that injured part of you by just maybe experimenting with the movement, or don't go all in for the movement, and just kind of just make sure that your whatever body part feels okay to do that particular movement. If you need to take a break, please feel free to make that happen for yourself. And what else do I want to say? Water break, bathroom break, a rest break, whatever you need. We'll have breaks throughout the class, but if you need something in between of that, please make sure that you take care of yourself. And we'll start with the grounding. So what grounding is, I'm sorry, let me roll back a little bit. I want to talk about chair yoga and kind of how the history of chair yoga came to be. When it was initially created, it was for people that were, for whatever reason, bound to not just wheelchairs, but to seated vessels, we'll call it that. They weren't always wheelchairs, but they may have had balance challenges. Sometimes our balance is impaired by nerve damage to our feet that we don't feel stable standing up. And so there was a type of yoga that was created for people that needed the support of a chair. And then over the years, more recently, chair yoga has morphed into thinking of yoga in a workplace where the employees are seated most of their day. And so they can do some movements throughout their day, maybe not a full-on hour class, but just some stretches and stuff as they go through their day, or maybe taking phone calls or meetings that they do some sort of stretching, and they can do it in their chair or use the chair for support by standing behind or beside the chair. And so that's how yoga moved into a more mainstream, not to just include people that had a necessity to be seated, but to offer it to, sometimes you just don't feel like getting down on the mat. And then other times we have students that can get down on the mat. They have a difficult time getting back up off the floor. And so instead of, sending them away like, oh, I'm a loser, I can't do yoga because I can't get down or up, we just, adapt it. And I think a lot of times chair yoga is a much more accessible way to do yoga than always being down on the mat. So that's something to think about. So we'll start with the grounding, and we're just going to be using our 5 senses through this little practice here. Grounding brings us into the space that we're in, into the mindset that we're going to kind of tune out what's around us as far as things to do or family or, wherever you are, work or whatever. Tune that out for now, for the hour. And then, because just trust me, it'll be there waiting for us when we finish our class. So we will start with the sense of hearing, our hearing sense. And we're listening in the room we're in currently. We're listening for any sounds that you might notice. And I have closed the door to my kitchen where the fridge is, so I don't hear that motor, but some classes I teach here, I forget to shut that door, and so I can hear the motor running, but not today. And all I hear now is the water fountain thing for my cats, which is kind of a bonus for me because it sounds nice, and gets them to drink more water. So that's for the inside of our space, and then directing your awareness outside, outdoors, or if you're in an office or multi-room place outside of the room that you're actually in. And I want to shout out to the neighbor's gardener that it's because it's raining, he probably won't show up. So no lawnmower sounds this morning. Thank you. We're off to a great start for the first class of the year. So sounds outside, maybe birds, voices, children playing or laughing. I have wind chimes. They're pretty still right now because there's no wind out there at the moment. I can hear water drops from the rain. I can hear that, and then drops from like the trees or the leaves also falling, a little bit of a different sound. We're moved now to our sense of vision or sight, and we're just looking around our room as if it's the first time we're in that room. So having a look around and seeing what you see. And I always ask that you take note of maybe a dominant color in your room decor or a color that grabs your attention, and then try to find 2 or 3 like colored items. So a friend of mine gave me a beautiful Christmas angel ornament that I have decided to keep up all year, and her the body of her dress is bright pink. It's painted glass. So that has caught my eye because it's a new thing in here, and I'm going to see if I have any other pink things that are, no. But anyway, that's what caught my eye. So I'm going to go with that. We'll move to our sense of touch. Please bring your right hand to your left shoulder. We're going to do slow brushes down toward the fingertips. And while we're doing this, feel the fabric of your clothing. When you get to your hands, notice the knuckles and bones of your hands, your and your fingers. And this is a way to also self-soothe if you're feeling anxious. These are called arm brushes. And I learned that somewhere along the way of my teacher training. The original way I learned it, the presenter called it havening, but to make it a little more mainstream, someone else has called it arm brushes. So that's what they are. We'll change to the other side. So we're feeling again fabric, your arm, the muscles, and then when you get down to the hand, I forgot to put my watch on, but normally I mentioned I could feel the bump of my watch and then the bones of my right hand. So a few times with that. We will move to our sense of taste. What do you taste in your mouth? I have toothpaste and water as usual. You may have breakfast, coffee, fruit, something like that. And see what you taste. And then our sense of smell. I threw on my diffuser at the last minute, so I smell a little oil blend that I put in the diffuser. And I'm going to step back to my chair now. And so I wanted to just go over for our learning library for any new friends that have not practiced chairlift yoga. Let me throw on a tune here. You can adjust the height of your chair to your height. And so the way to do that is to get a blanket or a towel and either put, if you are taller and your chair feels a little too short, you put the blanket or towel on the seat of the chair. Here we go. Oops. Sorry. Wire got tangled. So I have what's called a yoga blanket. You don't have to have this because again, I don't want you to buy anything to be here. And so I just fold it because I'm going to say that I'm really tall. I'm not, but that the chair is too low to the floor, that my legs feel kind of jammed. So I put that blanket or towel underneath me on the seat of the chair. That lifts my body away, up and away from the floor, and my feet can be planted comfortably. My legs are naturally bent, and I don't feel like my knees are jammed up because I'm in a low seat. The other option is towel or blanket under your feet. If you feel like your chair is too high, you bring the floor up to you. And so you just put towel or blanket under your feet. And that's how it makes it more stable. I talk about the class at the one senior center that I sub at every now and then. They have these deliciously comfortable chairs, but for chair yoga, they're a little too high even for me. And so when I teach, I'm on my tiptoes, and that's the way it has to be there because it's not a yoga studio. They don't have blankets and things around for me to make it more accessible. So, you don't necessarily want to go through a class up on your tiptoes. I mean, if that's all you got, we work with that. But if you're at home, you can make the chair work for you. So dropping chin to chest, we're going to hold there, just looking down towards your feet. And then I did want to touch on looking of the eyesight. If you are comfortable, you may close your eyes throughout class. It helps to bring a little more of a meditative mood to you or to your experience. But for many of us, closed eyes is very unsettling and not comfortable whatsoever. It's triggering for some of us. So you may leave your eyes wide open, or you may try lowering them to a half gaze where the lids are almost closed. My one teacher said, like a sleepy puppy. I like dogs, but I am a cat person. Mel is a cat person. We are going to call it sleepy kitten. So that's the halfway closed eyelid. So you get to choose, and you can change from one thing to the other as we go through the class. Slow circles with the head and neck. And we're sitting up away from the back of the chair. So we're sitting up really tall. We're lengthening our spine upward toward the ceiling, toward the sky, toward the rain clouds up there over my house. And shoulders are over hips. So we want a very deliberate posture or positioning of the body. So we're sitting up tall. If you want to pull in your belly button just a touch, that will engage some of the abdominal muscles and kind of support that lengthening upward. And if you hear any noises around you or going while you're circling your head, those are hydrogen gas bubbles releasing. So as long as you have no pain while you do this, you're in good shape. Those sounds like right now, I don't have any sounds, which is unusual. I just spent my, I spent my first day back to the big girl turnaround yesterday. And so I'm amazed my neck is not cracking right now. But otherwise, I felt great at work. So sometimes I come off the flights, I'm a little beat up, but yesterday was good. Let's go the other way with the circle. And we're moving our breath through our nose. So you want to take big inhales, totally fill your lungs, and then let that entire breath back out to make space for a new inhale, the next inhale. Okay, and we'll come back to stillness with the head. Lift the right shoulder up and either drop or lower. So you can either just let it drop, and this is what it looks like to lower. Slowly lowering it, and you can alternate. It's your choice, but when you bring the shoulder up, take a breath in, and then exhale down. We'll do a few. Inhale up, exhale down. So this gets some motion in the shoulder cap, shoulder joint, and the muscles right high up on the chest. Inhale up, exhale down. The last one, inhale up and exhale down. We'll switch to the left shoulder. We'll do 5 all together. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower, lift, lower, inhale, lift, lower. 2 more, breathe in, lift, and lower. Inhale up and back down. Now both shoulders up toward the ears, breathe in and lower. We'll do 10 like this. Breathe in, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. This is number, I think, 7. I might be wrong. Lower, inhale up, exhale down. This is number 5. Breathe in, lift. You might feel those muscles start to burn a little. Up, down. Here's 3. Breathe in, Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. This last one we're going to hold up. So shoulders up high. Keep your breath moving. Really tense those muscles. Keep breathing. And then exhale, slowly lower these down and just see how the muscles feel. Separate your feet. We're going to place your hands on your knees, corresponding hand and knee. We're going to shimmy the shoulders, sort of like little short spinal twists, and coming forward. So we're moving the shoulders, which touches on the shoulder blades, and we're also getting a stretch toward the lumbar spine. And then come up. And up the upstroke, you're breathing in. And then when you get up, just come back down. And you can go at your own pace and how many shimmies forward and how many you do up. Just freestyle a little bit, but making sure that we really twist the body in between each turn to each side. So we get the muscles on the side bodies, give them a little attention. And we'll go up and down 2 more sets. So at your own rate of speed, don't forget your breath. When you finish your last set, just sit in stillness, sit upright in stillness. Come back and just take a break, a breath. You can bring your legs together if you want, closer together if you want to just sit with that. See if you notice any different feeling in your upper body. It might, what it is new blood flow and oxygen. So you might be able to discern that from when we first began, maybe. Coming back, sitting upright, hands in front of your heart. Interlace your hands. Take a big breath in here. This is our shoulder sequence. Exhale, push. The arms are out horizontal. Let's just hold here and push the shoulders forward so you get a deep stretch across your upper back. And just hold here. Take some breaths. See if you notice any releasing of tight muscles. The arms are sort of horizontal to the floor, palms straight out, palms away from you. Pushing away. And then inhale the palms up. We're going to hold here. So sit up as tall as you can. If you can bring your arms, your biceps back near your ears. And if you can, straighten your elbows so the arms are totally straight. We're going to hold here, palms face up. Take some breaths. Sitting up with a long spine. You want to move into what I don't know what this is called, but release the arms on an exhale and bring the arms behind you like a skier. We're going to hold here for a while. So we're trying to sit up straight. The arms are back on an angle, pointing sort of downward angle. We're letting a little stretch happen here in the front of, the shoulder caps. So holding here, breathing. And then take a breath in, bring your hands back in front of your heart, interlace them. And we're gonna alternate cactus arms and the skier's arms. So this next round will be the cactus arms. So inhaling here, interlace your fingers. Exhale, push straight out. We're going in real time. Inhale, lift, palms up. Exhale, this is cactus arm. So the upper part of the arm is horizontal to the floor. And then the forearm is vertical to the floor. And that was our exhale. And then we inhale back to the first step. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. This time, skier's arms. Release and bring the arms back on an angle. That's the exhale. Inhale, prayer hands, interlace. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. This time is cactus arms. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, prayer. Interlace, exhale, push. Inhale, palms up. This time it's skier's arms. Inhale, prayer, interlace. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Cactus arms. We'll do 2 more sets, the whole thing of 2 more cactus and 2 more skiers. Inhale, prayer, interlace. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. This one is skiers. Release, exhale, arms back behind you. Inhale, prayer, interlace, exhale, push. Inhale, up. Exhale, cactus. 1 more round of the whole, what am I saying? 1 more of each, sorry. Prayer, exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, skier's arms. This is the last one for the cactus arms. Inhale to heart center, interlace, exhale, push. Inhale, lift, cactus arms. This is the last one. Bring your hands in front of your heart and just sit back in your chair. Tip your head down. Notice how your shoulder joints feel, shoulder caps, shoulder blades, upper body in general. See if you notice any changes in your energy or how you feel since we began. You may have come in maybe lethargic because it's morning. Well, for some of us. You may feel more energized because you've been moving around a little bit. And then we're separating the feet again. We'll bring the right forearm on top of the right thigh and just turn the palm up. You can let the hand relax, but just palm up. And then the left arm, inhale, bring it all the way up and across. We're gonna hold here. So we're not dumping on the right thigh. Our spine is extended even though we're leaning to the right. So the spine is still long to the right. And we're reaching the left fingertips as far to the right as we can. So we're getting a big stretch. Hang on, a call coming in, just hold there.
I was like, uh-oh, Mel, how long you holding? There she goes.
Okay, here we go. Did I lose? Okay, I lost. Oh no, you're there, Mel.
I said, uh-oh,
Okay, you're
Mel.
still holding that shape. I'm sorry,
I
everyone.
said,
They never
uh-oh, Mel,
call.
how long you gonna hold it?
They only call Wednesdays between 9 and 10. Oh my God, okay. I'm glad we didn't lose the whole class. Circling the left arm. You have multiple options, but you can circle a really small circle diameter where your arm is more vertical, or you can do a bigger sweep where you're really bringing the arm forward, down and around, back and up. And I would like for you to try both of those so you can notice the difference. And you can alternate from one to the other, or you can choose one and stick with that. Just move that around. And then let's reverse that circle. We're still with the long spine direct in the right direction. And then we're going to inhale, both arms up, sit up really tall, reach up, reach up, reach up. And then we'll lean over to the left forearm on left thigh, and relaxed left palm up. And then the right arm, right bicep near the right ear if possible. Right elbow as straight as you can make it, right arm as straight as you can make it. Right fingertips reaching as far to the left as possible. And then we'll circle the right arm, big or small, your choice. Checking on your breath, checking on your jaw, that the jaw is relaxed. Let's reverse the direction of the circling of the right arm. Both arms up on an inhale. Make sure your chair feels stable. We're going to do a forward bend here. So position your feet. Make sure you're sitting solidly in your chair. Going to exhale forward. Come all the way, come down as far as you can. Inhale, come up. Sit up tall with each coming up. Exhale forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale down. Inhale up, arms up. Exhale forward. Up. Exhale down. Inhale up. This next one, we're going to do a forward bend and hold. So you have options. You can put forearms on your thighs and just let the hands rest naturally relaxed, or you can bring your fingertips or palms all the way down to the floor. You get to pick. Your back is flat, so we don't want to hump back. We want a long spine. We're leaning forward, but the spine is still lengthening through the crown of the head. And just hold here, checking on the breathing. And then let's walk hands toward the left foot. One hand on either side of the left foot and hold there, or you can place both hands on the left thigh and turn your torso to the left. You can hold there. Those are the options. You can also hang on to your shin, I guess, left shin if you want. And then inhale, come up. You're going to turn to the right and drape over the right thigh. So one hand on either side of the right foot. You can hang on to your shin with both hands, or you can place the palms, hands stacked on each other. Turn your body to the right so that your torso is as far to your towards your right thigh as possible. Just hold here, look down at the right foot. And then let's inhale, we'll go each side one more time. Breathe in, turn to the left leg, come down, shin, fingers on the fingertips on the floor, stacked palm, you pick. Turn your body towards your left thigh. Then inhale, arms up, sit up tall, turn to the right, exhale. Hands stacked on near the right knee, right shin, or the floor. Fingertips on the floor. You can hold there. And then inhale, arms up. Bring your feet closer together. Exhale, swan dive the arms. We're going to do another forward bend. Keep the spine long. The hands come on the outside of each leg. Inhale, come up. Sit up tall. Exhale, forward. So we're breathing through the nose. Breathe in, come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, come up. We're going to forward bend and hold here. So come forward on an exhale and just let the arms hang. It gets a little hard to breathe because our lungs are under the, under the rib cage. So we're kind of putting pressure on that part of the body with the tops of the thighs. But just do the best you can. Keep the spine long. So the neck and the spine are one long structure, okay? We don't want to one straight structure. We don't want to hump in the back. And extend the spine long. Just hold here. And then inhale, bring your right knee to your chest. So sitting up tall, the shoulders are going to want to come up to help us, but we want to keep them low. We're going to circle right ankle. Circle your right ankle a few times. Sitting up tall, shoulders are relaxed and down. Breathing through the nose. And then reverse the circle. You can hold on. I'm holding the back. You can hold on to your, basically the lowest part of your thigh, or you can interlace and put your hands together in front, right beneath the knee and the shin. And you can try them both and see which one works best for you. And then reversing the circle of the ankle circles. And then lowering the right foot. Just lean over, inhale. I'm sorry, exhale, then inhale the left knee up to your chest and just hold here first. So this time I interlace the hands first. I'm gonna switch to the other way too, but you can do whatever works for you. And we'll circle the left ankle a few times. Reverse the direction. And then lower the left foot. Hands on top of your knees. We're gonna do some, turn sideways. Some, I guess we'll do seated cat-cow. So inhaling, we're arching the back, lifting the chest, and letting the chin come up just a little. So we're not dangling the head back behind us. That's a lot of pressure on the neck, the cervical part of your neck. So that's an inhale. We're gonna hold cow for just a few breaths. So you can let those muscles adjust a little bit and hold here. Take some breaths. So this will be seated cat-cow. My arms are straight-ish. They're not bone straight, but my hands are I have my fingertips kind of in front of my kneecaps, and the palm of my hand is on top of the lowest part of my thigh before my thigh makes it to the knee joint. And then exhale, curl the other way. So the spine goes back toward the back of your chair. The chin comes to your chest. And straighten your arms if you can, and take a few breaths here. So we're allowing, again, the muscles to adjust to these different shapes. We'll do one more set in slow motion. So coming up to cow, arch your back, shoulders are down, chest is lifted, chin is lifted a little bit. Hold and breathe. And then exhale into cat. Last one in slow motion. Chin to chest, curl your back, scoop out the front of you, make a nice scooping shape. And hang out here for just a couple more breaths. We'll go in real time now. So into cow shape. That's the inhale. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. This is a great way to wake up the spine. Inhale to cat, or if you're feeling a little tight throughout the day, you could do a couple of these. You could do them in the car, or if you're in a job where you're seated, inhale up. Exhale, curl. Inhale up. Exhale, curl. And these were traditionally done on the mat, on hands and knees, and they've been adapted for chair yoga. Exhale into cat. Inhale to cow, and exhale to cat, and then come upright. So hands in front of your heart, and we'll just check the time. Watch. Oh, we have plenty of time yet. Hands in front of your heart, sweep out. This is our sequence that we do all the time. Breathe in, exhale forward. Inhale, bring your right knee up. Exhale, right foot down. We'll do 2 cat-cows. We'll start with cow. Cow shape, inhale. Cat shape, exhale. One more. Cow shape, inhale. Cat shape, exhale. Up to upright, and then 2 circles. Torso or Sufi circles. Our friend Jackie calls them stir the pot. So 2 in one direction and then 2 in the other. And then come back to center, and we'll go for the left leg. Hands in front of your heart, sweep out, inhale, reach up really tall. Exhale, swan dive forward with a flat back. Inhale, bring the left knee to chest. Exhale, left foot on the floor. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. We'll do 2 more cat-cows. Breathe into cow. Exhale to cat. Last one for this. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral. And then circle 2 times each way. Moving your breath. When you get to the second one, come back to stillness. After the second one, come back to stillness. And we'll do one more set each side. Sweep out, inhale. Lift your arms up. Exhale, forward bend, swan dive down. We'll bring the right knee up this time. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more, breathe in, lift. Really move your breath. Exhale, curl. Come back upright. Circle 2 times each way. We'll do the last side, left side. And come back to stillness. Sweep out, arms up, breathe in. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, left knee comes to chest. Exhale, left foot down. Inhale, cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Last one for cat, cow. Breathe in, cow, sorry. Exhale, cat. Come back up to neutral and 2 more circles. Last 2 for this sequence. After your second one of the second set, sit back in your chair. Just take a few breaths while you're sitting and resting. Do a body scan. I'm gonna plug my phone back in. Pull it out. Excellent. Take some breaths. Body scan. See if you feel a little looser, a little bit, a little more energized or more relaxed. It could go any direction. See if you feel different than when we first started. That's what we're looking for. Smoothing out the breath. And then we'll sit up tall again, right ankle to left knee. Take the right palm and press gently on the inside of the inside of the right knee. Not jamming, we're just allowing a little pressure from the right arm to open up the hip joint, the right hip joint a bit. Sitting up tall. See what you notice. We're going to compare tightness, hip or looseness, hips from one hip to the other. So kind of make note of how your hip feels when we're doing this specific thing. And then we're going to bring right hand under or outside the right knee, left hand under or outside the right foot. And we're going to inhale and lift the right leg. The right leg is bent. And you can just lift it off the left thigh, or you can bring it up towards your chest, and you can try out what feels the most comfortable, what's the most accessible for you. Sometimes my leg feels really heavy, and when I teach this, I keep it down closer to my left thigh just for my comfort. So play around with where you want to place it and just hang out there. Shoulders want to come up to help us in this shape. We're going to try to press them back down to their neutral positions. And we're going to rock the right leg side to side. Just opening up that right hip a little more, the right hip a little bit more. And the next time you go swinging your right leg toward the left, I want you to hold it there. So it's still bent, you're still holding, everything's the same. We're just holding it out on the right leg out on an angle a bit, just to open that up a little longer. And then place the right ankle back on the left thigh. You're going to just exhale and drape yourself forward. So let the arms either hang long, or you can use the inside of the right leg and your forearms. Use the right leg as a shelf. If you lean all the way forward, you get a deeper stretch. You choose what works for you best this morning. And there's a little cheat you can do. You can use your right elbow on the inside of your right knee to push down like we did with our palm. But you can use, if you're doing the shelf method, you can use the right elbow to put a little extra pressure on the inside the right knee. That opens up the hip a little bit more. It's gentle pressure. We're not jamming or forcing here. Looking down at the left feet, and the hands can be prayer, whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna let my, if you're doing the shelf method, I'm just gonna let mine hang naturally down, fingertips down. Looking down at my left foot, and my spine is long, my back is flat. Inhale, lift. Arms up, sit up tall. Exhale, forward. We'll do 3 of these. Inhale, lift. Sit up really tall. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. And then inhale, lift. And then swan dive the arms down. Right foot on the floor. Arms come all the way down. Just notice the right hips and any sensations around the right hip. Switch to left ankle, right knee. The right palm is touching the inside of the left knee. Gently, gentle pressure downward. So mine they don't feel tight particularly. They just, whatever they are, they feel kind of similar. Sometimes there's a marked difference on how my hip joints feel when I do whatever poses I'm doing, where one feels really tight and it's very noticeable. So amazingly, since I was on the plane for 10 hours, they feel pretty okay. And then right hand on the outside of the left foot. Left hand underneath on the outside of the left knee, and you lift a little or a lot. You can pick, you can move it around if you want. So we'll hold here and then we'll go side to side a few times. Shoulders stay down and low. Smoothing out the breath. Checking on the jaw, your jaw and your facial muscles. Move side to side, like I think the stationary version of this is called cradle pose. So we're gonna pretend we're rocking a baby or a puppy or our cats. And then the next time your foot goes toward the right, we're gonna hold the left leg on an angle for a few breaths. Get a little deeper stretch on the left hip area. Back to center. Lower the left foot on the floor and sit back in your chair. You can let your arms just hang beside you. Just take a few breaths here. Do a body scan. And then sit up. I'm gonna turn around. The hand, right hand either to the low mid back or wrap it toward the left hip. Your choice of where you put it. And drop your head over to the left. Left hand is just placed gently on the left knee or thigh, your preference there. Dropping the head, left ear, left shoulder, and we're holding here. This is a deep stretch for the right side of the neck. You may feel that. We're bringing the arm back behind us. There's a little extra opening in the shoulder cap, muscles around the front of the shoulder. These are excellent if you're waiting in the car for something. If you're at a red light, you can do it a quickie. But if you're, or sitting anywhere, but sometimes if I'm in like a parking lot waiting for whatever I'm waiting for, if I get to an appointment early and I'm waiting in the car versus inside with other people, I'll do some of these while I'm waiting. Then turn your head, look down toward the left. So we're By turning our head a different way, we're repositioning that stretch a bit, looking down toward the left. And your eyes can be closed or halfway closed. You don't have to like literally look down, but turn your nose down toward the floor on your left side. Long, smooth inhales and complete exhales. And then inhale, bring your head back to neutral, remove your arm from behind you and shake it out. See if you can compare shoulder cap to shoulder cap, left and right. See what you notice. Go to the other side, back of the left palm, either mid, low back, or wrap it toward the right hip, your choice. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder and hold here. Sitting up straight, except our neck is bent to the right. So right ear, right shoulder. Right hand can rest wherever you'd like it to rest. You can do right hand over your belly button or on your right knee or thigh, your choice. Let it hang on the right, hang down, your choice. And then turning your gaze downward to your right side. And hold there. And then bring your left arm out. Shake out your left arm. Shake out both arms. See how you feel. Shoulder blades and shoulder caps feel. Hands in prayer hands in front of your heart, sitting up tall. Inhale, reach out, arms wide as you can. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, lower the elbows. We're going to change the top arm now. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, change the top arm. Inhale, both elbows up. Exhale, both elbows down. Alternating arms. Inhale, wide. Exhale, hug. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, hug. Inhale, elbows up, chin up. Exhale, elbows down, chin down. We'll do two more on each side. So inhale wide, change your top arm. Inhale, lift, elbows up. Exhale, down. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hug. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Hold here. I'm going to reposition the arms into eagle arm. Let me turn to this side. So I have my left arm my left arm is on the bottom. The back of my left hand, you can do any arm you want. Back of my left hand is touching the outside of my upper arm, which is my right arm. You can slide the left hand up the right arm, or you can wrap the hands, which looks like this. And so it's not really about the hand placement. This is more for your shoulder blades. So again, this is called eagle arms. We're going to cross whatever leg over the other, one thigh over the other, doesn't matter. And just hold here. Drop the shoulders down. Focus on your breath. Inhale, lift, fingertips up. Let's hold here for 2 breaths. And exhale, lower, and then 2 more regular. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Whatever leg is crossed, put that foot back on the floor. I'm going to change the arms. Inhale, arms wide. Notice how your arms feel, the rebound of the muscles. Exhale, the other arm on the bottom. You have options. So for me, it's my right hand is on the bottom. My right arm is on the bottom. My back of my right hand is touching the outside of my left elbow. You can slide the bottom hand upward. You can wrap the palms. Just hold here. Drop your shoulders down, take a few breaths. Oh, I forgot, cross the other thigh across the bottom thigh. Forgot about that little piece. Hold here, breathe. And then let's inhale, fingertips up. We'll hold here. Take 2 big breaths here. And then lower, exhale. And then inhale, lift 2 more regular time. In exhale down and set that backwards. Inhale, lift, fingers up. Exhale, lower. And then inhale the arms wide. Undo the foot, put the upper foot on the floor, and then slowly swan dive the arms down and sit back in your chair. Take a moment. Notice how your shoulder joints, shoulder blades, I believe that pose is really for the back of the shoulders, like the shoulder blades and the upper muscles around the upper back. That's what I believe. I'd have to confirm that with a book, peeking in a book, but that's where I feel that the most. So we'll hold here just for a couple breaths. Slide forward just a bit. We're gonna inhale the arms up and then bring the arms behind the backs of the thighs or the backs of the legs. So we'll do a few of those. So breathe in, sweep arms up. And then exhale, hug the backs of your legs or thighs. Come all the way flat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward bend, hug. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, come up, hold here. Hook the thumbs or palms face each other. You can pick. Just hold here, take some breaths while we're here. Try to lift the fingertips up toward the sky, as high up as you can or far up as you can. Keep the breath moving. And then breath in here. Exhale to your right. Keep the left shoulder back. Inhale to center. Exhale to your left. Keep the right shoulder back. Inhale to center. We'll do 2 more sets, 2 on each side. Exhale to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. 1 more set, 1 on each side. Exhale to your right. Inhale to center. Then exhale to your left. Inhale to center. And then inhale, take another breath in here. And then just swan dive the arms down. Notice how great it feels to bring them down and then sit back in your chair just for a couple breaths. We're gonna go into final rest in just a moment. Seeing how the arms feel and the side body, the side rib cage from that upward lifting and stretching the muscles up away from one another. See how that feels for you. Bringing in a lot of fresh oxygenated blood between each pair of bones. So we're gonna go final rest now. If you'd like to lay flat, you are more than welcome to. I'm going to move forward to the stool and try to see where there it is. My little chime is, because you know, things, when you live with cats, things get moved around. You can't, you left it there and it's like across the room as a toy. So if you'd like to lay flat, feel free. I feel that stretch a lot. I mean, all of it. From when we first started, I was kind of, All righty, let me turn off the music. Get settled on the floor or in your chair. Just allow whether you're seated or flat out, horizontal, just allow your body to sink, to settle. We'll start with that. And just smoothing out the breath, feeling accomplished. This is my first class of of any kind of class of the year, me teaching or me doing. So feeling really happy about that, starting the first week of the year with you all. So thank you so much for coming. So direct your attention down to your feet. Move your awareness to your knees. Awareness to your hips. Bring your awareness to your hands. Attention to your elbows. Attention to your shoulders. Attention to your spine. And direct your awareness to your breath. Next breath in, bring your arms up over your head. Take a big stretch here. Make it luxurious and satisfying. And then when you exhale, bring your knees to your chest and turn onto one side. And then when you're ready, come back upright to seated. Good morning. So I'd like to thank you again for being here, Shalyn, our queen of technology. Thank you so much. And Mel, for your support. And I'll leave you with this. May you be happy. May your life have meaning, and may you be an instrument for social